They call this the golden hour. Or it's about. The sun is going down, and the lighting is just like so peaceful and beautiful. And so I thought I would take advantage of the calm here. There's a gentle breeze. You can hear my chimes going, and hopefully it will stay calm. Hopefully Kobe will stay calm and cooperate, and we'll do just maybe like a 30-minute flow. And so roll out your mat, and let's just start on our back. Okay. So you're going to start on your back. We're going to come into happy baby. Lately I've been thinking of happy baby. It's more like happy puppy, because this guy tends to really like to be on his back. So you're going to grab the sides of your feet and make your shin bones perpendicular to the ground. And just not pulling, but just with the weight of your arms. Let there be a bit of release in your low back. And breathe here. Let's sigh on the exhale. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And now bring your knees together. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Feeling that flat part of your back, your sacrum, massaging gently on the mat, on the ground. And then go ahead and release your head down. Put one arm overhead, and we'll roll over to the side and continue our way all the way up until we get back onto our hands and knees. We'll do a little brief little cat-cow. So you're gonna bring your hands underneath your elbows, stacked underneath your shoulders, and your knees are pretty much stacked underneath your hips. Doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of getting that feel. I have my toes tucked under for this, but you can, if it's more comfortable, have your toes out, extended out. So go ahead and inhale, send your sit bone up towards the sky. Your sternum, your breastbone reaches forward, and your shoulder blades move down the back as you look up. And exhale, push into the mat with the palms of your hands, round your spine with that nice cat-like posture. And then inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And let's go ahead and put our knees wide, drop our belly down in between our thighs as we come into a wide-legged child's pose, extending the arms long along the mat, finding a nice long spine. And we breathe here. One more inhale and exhale. And come back up onto hands and knees, and we'll make our way into our down dog. So I'm going to hover my knees to start, and then I'm going to come way up onto my toes, sending my hips up towards the sky, pulling the low belly in towards the spine, and just enjoying this feeling. It's not really a down dog, I don't quite know what it is, but my legs are getting active, And now I'm going to go ahead and drop my heels down towards the mat. And maybe you want to walk your dog alternating, bending one knee and then the other. And after that feels pretty good, go ahead and settle in. Sit bones reaching up towards the sky and the wall or fence or trees behind you, depending on where you're at. And we breathe here. Couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And bend your knees. Let's just walk our feet up towards our hands. Put our hands on our shins. Nice flat back. Exhale, bend your knees. Fold forward. Let's just hang out here, releasing our spine. Torso connected up with our thighs. And just let the weight of our torso hang on the thighs. Knees bent just for this initial bit. You can just flop your hands down at your side. Maybe put your hands out wide, rock side to side. And once again, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, push through your legs. Arms rise overhead. And then exhale, hands back down to your side. All right, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Bring your hands to touch. Look up at those thumbs. Real active legs. Maybe you do a little micro back bend, and then exhale, fold forward, hang down. Inhale, come up to fingertips so you can put your hands on your shins, flat back, and then step back to a high plank. Let's hang out here. High plank, really protracting those shoulders, pulling in, finding your muscles along here, your serratus anterior, your abdominal muscles, pulling that belly button to spine. And then let's go ahead and push those heels back towards the back wall. Head pushes forward, and we're dropping all the way down to the mat with as flat as back as we can. Untuck those toes. Let's bring our hands forward. Pull the mat, finding that nice length in your spine. Breathing here, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Once again, bring your hands back by your low ribs. And let's push back into child's pose. This time, bring your knees together and notice how it feels a little bit different. Once again, resting your torso on your thighs and just releasing here. You can have your hands stretched out in front of you, overhead, or if you want, you can go ahead and bring them behind you so that they're hanging out with your legs, fingertips and toes facing the same direction. And we'll just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Bring your hands back forward. We're going to walk our knees out, hip width apart. We're going to come into puppy pose. So tuck those toes under. Walk your hands a little further out. Maybe bring your forearms down just to kind of get in there. And you're going to drop your chest bone, your breastbone, down towards the mat. So there's an arch in the back, but you're pulling your low belly, your belly button, towards your spine to protect your back. And I'm going to start with my forehead on the mat. And we'll just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And if this is too intense, you stay up a little bit higher. Take care of your body. I'm not there to help you out, so you have to take care of yourself. One more inhale And exhale. Go ahead and neutralize your spine. Walk your hands back and let's come back into our down dog. Find that length in your spine. And I'm going to walk my left foot a little bit more to center and lift my right leg up, trying to keep my hips level. And breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And let's go ahead and stack the hips. So my toes are either, if my foot was flexed, dorsiflexed, bringing my toes towards my knees, then my toes are pointing, or my foot's pointing towards you. If I point my toes, they're towards the back wall. But that should give you an idea of how the hips are. And we'll go ahead and bend our knee and bring those toes back. And you can maybe look under your left armpit, the armpit that's down, and maybe you can see your toe. We'll breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now let's level it out with our knees bent. Exhale, pull that belly button to spine, protracting those shoulder blades, hovering here, knee to nose or knee to chin. Breathing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo. And send that leg back and up. And go ahead and settle that foot down. Should feel a little bit of engagement right there. All right, let's do the other side. So bring it up. Starting out hips level. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And let's go ahead and stack those hips. A few more breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale. And let's bend that knee. Send that foot overhead. Maybe look under the right armpit at those left toes. Breathing here. Trying to keep the weight even on both hands. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling the sensations. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Now let's level out those hips. Keep that knee bent. Bring the knee towards your chin or your nose. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. And 2. Inhale. And 3. Inhale. 4. One more inhale. And 5. Send it back and up. And let's land it out. Now walk out your dog. And notice if it feels any differently. I'm going to settle back into your downward facing dog. Let's come down to a little squat and then step the right foot forward. Settle that foot down. We're going to come into just a low lunge. So you can interlace your fingers, rest them on your thighs. We'll start here first by just sinking in and forward. Careful not to overdo it though. Breathe here. So as you sink down, you're still active in the legs. So I'm still pushing into the mat as I sink down. So maybe you can think like, inhale, strong legs, exhale, let it release. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my left hand, this is my right foot, might be different for you, next to the forward foot. I'm gonna untuck those, or tuck those toes under and lift that knee up. And we'll go ahead and bring your fingertips up towards the sky, reaching that back heel back towards the wall behind me and sending that knee and the front leg forward. Feel this twist, feel the hip opening, feel the strength. Breathe here. And go ahead and unwind it. Now we're going to do like a runner stretch. So bring those toes towards our nose. Land the toes down. Sink it forward. Straighten up the leg again. Toes towards the nose. And let's go ahead and walk forward. And send the other leg back. Drop that knee down. Untuck those toes. And come into our hip opening on the left side or on the other side. So nice strong legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Playing around with the strength and the sinking. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Yes. Tuck those toes in that back leg. Pushing that heel back towards the back wall. We're planting our right hand down beside our left foot. We're reaching our hand up towards the sky. And then as we push back to the heels, the knee goes in the opposite direction. And we pause and feel and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and bring that back. Straighten out your front leg. Toes to nose. Settle them down. Toes to nose. Maybe settle down and sink. And toes to nose. Sink it down. And let's walk it forward. And we'll walk our feet out so they're hip width apart. With our two fingers and your thumb, you're going to grab your big toes and we'll just hang forward here. 5 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, halfway lift. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. And you're going to take the palms of your hands so that the palm is facing up. The sole is stepping. And my toes are up kind of where my wrist crease are. I'm going to inhale, flat back. And then exhale, fold forward. As I do, I bring my shoulder blades towards my hips. So upward. And maybe bend my elbows a little bit. Bend your knees as much as your back requires. And just try and release your head. So let's nod our head. Yes. Shake our head. No. Nod our head. Yes. Shake our head. No. And then let her release. One more inhale. And exhale. And inhale, halfway lift. Let's untuck those hands. Bring our hands to our hips. Pushing through the legs. Come all the way up to stand. And hop your feet together. And we'll step out to the right. And we'll come into a Trikonasana. And this Trikonasana is maybe a little bit more narrow than you're used to. So it's about 3 of my feet lengths. I'm going to reach it out, drop my hand down to whatever I can grab. So maybe it's my toes, maybe it's my ankle, whatever it is. Pulling in the low belly, so belly button to spine. We like to do that. Raise the other hand up, and if you can, look up at those fingers or that hand that's up skyward. And then if you can here, lift up and pull up against whatever you're holding on to. Feel that. Feel how that serratus anterior really has to work. All right, so we're holding here, and now what you're gonna do next is you're gonna let go of this bottom hand. Bring it out. Hold it here. And if that is not challenging enough, take the other hand. Bring it this way. Hold it. Inhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Okay, I gotta exhale, 2. 1 more inhale. And bring it on up. Let's turn to the other side. All right. We're coming into the pose, reaching out and down, grabbing whatever you're gonna grab. The other hand goes up. Nice stable legs. Maybe you're looking up at those hands, a hand up in the sky. We hang out here for a couple breaths. And now we're gonna add a little bit more action to it. So we're gonna lift up, lift up, lift up. But we're holding on to your ankle, your shin, your whatever. And this is obviously optional. But notice how it really wakes up the pose, right? All right, next step. Bring that hand out and over past your ear. Breathe it here. And if that isn't enough, take the other hand parallel with that. Hold it, breathing. 1. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale, and then inhale. Come on up. Bring our feet parallel. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, bring your 2 hands down between your feet. Come up on your fingertips on an inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna just maybe walk our hands back, maybe not. But hang our spine down towards the mat. And release here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up. And let's turn our feet out. Coming into goddess pose. All right. So we're coming down. You may walk your feet out just a little bit wider. Kind of just depends on what you want to do. Let's see. We can come down low, but pushing down into the mat. Really active legs, right? So really active. Maybe bring our hands up, smile, and we'll just hold here. And we're breathing. So inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now bring your hands down. Maybe walk your feet in and just sit down. Okay. Bring one leg out to the side. Take this other leg, fold it back. Now, if this doesn't work for you, so this is like a hero, and then this is extended out. So if this doesn't work for you, another option is you can bring it like a Janu Shirshasana, so bring it the other way. Whichever way you're gonna go. I'm gonna come here, and if I go down the middle, kind of even between these two, I'm gonna walk my hands out. I'm gonna stay up high at first. Find my hips. Maybe wiggle side to side. Maybe walk a little lower. And my toes are pointing up towards the sky. We'll breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Now let's walk our hands back. And we're going to start by whichever way your leg is, whatever leg is bent. Just going to kind of walk out over that knee. And you might find that you can't go quite as far. That's okay. We stop wherever the body says. Breathing. Finding a little bit of space maybe. And walk back up. Now let's go over to the other leg. And you'll find you can go a little bit farther, primarily because this hip kind of follows along. We'll go here, breathing, inhale. Looking at those toes. Maybe noticing, like me, that you need a pedicure. I miss my pedicures. Maybe walking a little bit farther, sinking into it. And then coming back up. And let's just change and do the other side. So nothing fancy. Come on out. It's a little kinky, you can kind of take your time finding it. And walk in, out, in the center. Come back up, and over this bent knee. Hey buddy, what you got? It's my puppies collecting sticks. Inhale one more time and exhale. Let's walk back over. Now we're going to do the straight leg. Examining your toes. Keep that foot from flopping out to the side. Active leg. And breathing. Very good. Come on up. Let's just take this knee the other way around. Bring it out. And we'll settle in on our back. We'll do a little bit of a bridge. So if you want a more gentle version of this, you can put a block underneath this, the flat part, the sacrum of your back. Or you can just check your feet. Are they somewhat pointing straight ahead? I'm going to push into those heels. Belly button to spine, because I always say that. It just keeps the spine safe. And you're going to push. So you put your hands right here on these bones. Push up against them to lift up. Maybe interlace your fingers behind your back and walk your shoulders in a little bit. Another option is you can just grab the side of your mat. And you're looking straight up, not to the side. So don't look at the camera for this. Just breathe here. Inhale. Find that length in your spine. Nice active legs. Your glutes aren't clenching, but they are active. Breathing here. Inhale. Couple more breaths. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now go ahead and release those hands if they're interlaced underneath your spine. You can point your fingers up towards the sky and push your elbows in. And maybe you can try and articulate, bringing down one vertebrae at a time. And let's go back into our happy baby or happy puppy pose. It really is more like a baby. You're holding on to the sides of your feet. Notice if it feels any different than it felt in the beginning. And now let's go ahead and extend one leg and roll off to the side. bend it, extend the other leg, roll to that side, and to one side, to the other. And just kind of play around. And then hug your knees into your chest. One more time, rocking side to side. And then extending your legs. And we'll come into Shavasana. Let your whole body relax. Hopefully you don't have a puppy chewing on your toes. And just release. Take the time to let your body integrate the practice. Let go of the control of your breath. Just let your body do what it naturally knows how to do. And when you're ready, deepen your breath. Extend your legs nice and long. Maybe reach your arms up overhead in the opposite direction. Once again, finding that length in your spine. And then bending your knees, hugging your knees into your chest. Once again, rocking side to side. And then extending one arm up overhead, rolling over to that side. Let's pause and feel. And make yourself your way all the way up to seated. However, seated position you want to come to. And bring your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, and we'll end our practice with one Om. So inhale with me. Om. I hope you enjoyed this. Namaste.